Hello guys! Showy here playing more Danganronpa. We are about to make it into the third trial and I have no idea who did it. So this will be a big discovery for all of us. Except for the people who have already played the game who are cheating just watching this. Um, Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation and they were gathered by the red door. And as soon as we were all there,
Monokuma appears!
two Monokumas, huh? He's multiplied?
Wrong.
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way cause it's an illusion. I am moving so fast it only looks like I've multiplied. Hehehe. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma?
Whew.
Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy, tough crowd.
You're not playing along.
Stop talking.
We are not here to play with you.
Okay.
That was easy.
Hey! Hey!
Then, if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train. Or elevator. We'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay, shall we?
Please!
I am not mentally prepared yet. Will you ever be?
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. Aoi thinks exactly like I do. You can't run away anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
She is really convinced that he wasn't. I told you already, I didn't do it. For serious. For serious black. That reminds me, did you ever find the other costume? Or the note? We did find a note. Well, no. But... how unfortunate. Then it would seem we have our culprit. Celeste, I thought you were smarter than this. Inyogu!
Hey,
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She is right. Let's get down first. Then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That is a good idea. I wanna hear the story. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive. And for the two that lost their lives. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed two of our friends. The killer is someone right here. No, I don't think that's the case. I think that Hifumi killed Taka and then somebody else killed Hifumi. Anyway, let's go. I took one last deep breath and inhaled slowly. I began to walk towards the elevator once everyone was aboard. The doors closed on their own, and the steel box began to move. Look at Kyoko's hair, that's amazing. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. I am not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator doors slid open, opening up onto a cruel fate. Wait, this is a different room. When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
just the worst.
Only because of you. Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other?
Wah?
What? Do you really hate me so much? I am so cute.
Come on.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. I might do that this episode, guys. I might cut it in the middle.
Yoo-hoo!
I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. Your assigned stand-ups, you mean, because nobody sits. So the curtain opened again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. Deadly riddle that. Okay. Can you stop that, Makoto? He always does the same thing. Do you wanna save? Yes. I'll save on the fourth one. Sure. I am fine. Let's just go. Wait, do I have any more skills? Menacing focus. Neural liberation. Sure. Melodious voice. Actually, I'll use this one too. Menacing focus. Increases the focus gauge by 5. Effective during the class trial. Gimme. Good.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
We already know that, my friend.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one...
Who done it? Did you know that was a literary genre? I am so smart, I know stuff.
Then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Okay.
Now then, to begin with...
Sure.
We already know who did it.
Do we though?
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that much, because he's an idiot, basically.
Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
How was that saying? The pot calling the kettle black?
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence.
Do we? I mean, apart from the costume thingy.
Blueprints for the suit.
Yeah, but those are not his... Like, he didn't write that.
Parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling.
Not so much to me, but we'll see.
It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
Crimester crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know, I don't know!
Is Hiro really the killer, or... Before anything else, we have to make that clear. Before anything else. What do you mean? That's all there is to it. This is a class trial. First step, let's determine the culprit. Second step... Oh no, sorry, that's it. That's everything we have to do here. Robo Justice costume, Hiro's message. Robo Justice, okay.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true, it's a conspiracy!
Okay.
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Huh. Wait.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
Are they?
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
But what am I supposed to do here?
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
No, that's wrong.
Okay. Was that it?
Are we sure Hero really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say?
I would say so.
When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
I don't think Hero is anywhere as clever as that. And if that was the case, why would he leave his door open and everything inside? Like, makes no sense.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on. I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
I agree with you very much, Hero.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hero's the culprit?
Of course he isn't.
And he's not the only one. I think Hero's innocent as well.
What?
Huh?
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit?
I mean, he was.
Is it like Hero said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
You don't need the suit to kill people with a hammer.
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
And of course he passes it off to me.
So? Who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
Who was it indeed? The suspicious individual in question, the one that must have been in the suit, it was Hero, of course.
I got it! Other than Hero, I can't think of anyone else it could have been.
Yeah, but why would we need that person?
Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
Yep.
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
Is he... like, do you need a suit to hit someone with a hammer? That is a real question.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hero didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
Indeed.
So what you're saying is...
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What? Now that's a bold assumption.
Is it?
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that,
So let me guess. Hifumi did the costume and everything, and Taka killed Hifumi. And Hifumi killed Taka somehow?
there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hifumi killed Taka first. And then he was killed. Huh. I really don't know.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
Boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body.
Alright.
It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items.
Yes, it was. We already know
Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
that. Why me? You clearly know everything. It was this.
I got it!
There is still one more thing. Yep.
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
Yep. What with the attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room. And then we rediscovered it in the repository.
Yep.
And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right?
It wasn't wrapped, but he was on top of it.
It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body.
Alright.
That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Maybe.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
What do you mean, the dolly? Not everybody is as strong as you are, Sakura.
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly.
Yep.
Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository,
The dolly was there.
so did the dolly.
So did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right?
Yes, you are right. Why is the game being so
But
stupid?
are you sure you are not mistaken?
Are we mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
I mean, I think so.
That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room.
Okay.
It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
No?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway.
Oh, so snarky.
We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Why are you being so mean to me? I max your friendship status. Wow, I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean. And maybe I can change her mind. If I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been from the equipment room to the repository. A new element has been added to the bulletin battles. Do you want to hear? Absolutely. Reloading. Starting with the next bullet time battle, we're gonna add one more ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom of the screen underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Up until now there hasn't been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statement. But from now on, just locking on and pressing the leftmost button won't be enough to handle them. Now it will cost you one bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you've run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements, no matter how locked you are on. However, you can reload by pressing tab. Just like locking on, you'll have to press tab in time with a tempo marker. Basically, just remember that tab now has a function along with the... Okay. You will automatically reload at the start of fever time and your ammo will not decrease. But if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. In which case you're gonna ignore everything I just said. Okay. So wait, what is this? Oh no.
You have it wrong! I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool.
How did I
So
do
pathetic.
bullet time?
Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. you miserable wretch! I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch!
Okay, we did it.
I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
Oh, I'm sad that I had to fight Celeste.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here.
In my chest. I believe it from my heart.
When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident. As the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository.
I didn't mean to pass it so fast.
So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Good job, Makoto. Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much?
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Which is...
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
It's a justice robot, of course.
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer.
Go on.
If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Yeah, you cannot bend in that suit. If I look at how the body was moved, it will be why. What does he mean by that? He means that the suit cannot bend. Right? Repository, yeah, but okay.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Yep.
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
There you go. The costume cannot bend
No,
over.
that's wrong. You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low.
But
But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
nope.
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist.
Yep,
Am I right about that?
completely.
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
And how will you load the bodies there?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
Was it you who moved the dolly?
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit,
What?
it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
I agree.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
Yeah, but Hiro couldn't take off the suit, as has been confirmed. There's absolutely no chance that the costume was taken off by moving the body.
I got it! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember,
I do remember. I don't know what's with this thing, I can't take it off, okay? Show me the thing on the back. That thing. Yep.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Yep.
Then,
You really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Nope.
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Except that he didn't know, and he didn't show up. He was found in a locker room.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
Yep.
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
You are correct, Sakura.
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
Okay, what is with it?
You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice?
Was he being dragged away or was he carrying it? Hifumi did it, but he was killed by Taka. Or something.
If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
What did he say? How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. That guy? Robo Justice. That's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt.
I do not agree, Celeste.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
No?
Hold on a second.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion.
Yep.
Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it.
Is there not? Monokuma will get tired.
Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility?
We
Instead
shall.
of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
We go to Hawaii.
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
Alright?
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
True, I wanna know that.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone.
Yeah, I'm kind of tired of hearing this story.
That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Yep.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant.
Mystery assailant.
I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi.
Hifumi was carrying the robot, which is what happened.
We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
What's wrong? I saw Shadow!
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor.
We
And
did?
soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Celeste! What's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. Okay.
and then
Wow! They went to Hifumi's.
At that point, we decided to divide up into two groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect.
Okay.
When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the third floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room.
Alright.
We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time.
That is good information.
Because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
Yeah, but Taka was dead and Hifumi wasn't.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the three of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Hifumi's dead body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
Yeah, we ran a lot this time. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for two missing dead bodies.
Uh-huh.
And after some time,
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
Okay.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated.
It is very freaking complicated. So please guys, try to memorize everything for next time when we continue with this freaking trial. Thank you for watching, see you next time. Please leave a comment, like and subscribe and all the good stuff. Goodbye.